The story begins on Christmas Eve, where we are shown 3 children in a house. These kids don't have a mum, and today on Christmas Eve, their father has to go out on some urgent work. That's why he invites Aunt Truth over for them, to entertain these kids on Christmas Eve. And to entertain them, she tells these 3 children the story of a 13-year-old boy named Nikolas, who goes with his father to the snowy forest to cut wood, and then a wild bear comes across them, due to which both of them run back to their home to save their lives. Nikolas lost his mother when he was very young, and now lives with his father. Their financial condition is very bad, nor do they have any permanent work. Nikolas tells his father to tell him a story. His father tells him the story of his mum. He tells that many years ago your mom crossed these snowy mountains. On the way she also encountered 2 monsters who were sleeping. She passed through them and reached another place where the village of Elf was. Elves have many magical powers that make them different from humans. And when your mom came back, she had lots of nice food and toys, which we distributed to everyone around, and happiness spread all around here. Now, while both of them are talking about it, it is here that Nikolas's dad realizes that there is someone in the room besides him, and when they search, they find out that there's a little mouse. Nikolas's father tries to kill him, but he escapes every time. Nikolas tells his father to release this rat. His father releases the mouse at his behest. Nikolas befriends it. The next morning he picks it up and tries to talk to it, but his father says that mouse don't speak, and now Nikolas walks with his father to the king's palace, because the king has called everyone to his palace, where king tells everyone that he has lost hope and purpose in life. Whoever gives me hope and purpose to live, I will give him lots of money. Now the whole village knows the story that Nikolas' father told him, and everyone thinks that there is a village of elves. Everyone wants to go to that village and come back after finding happiness for the king, hope and purpose of living, so that they may live forever in the name of the king in good standing. And now some people from the village come to Nikolas's father. They ask Nikolas's father to come with them. Nikolas's father agrees to go with him to help him, and Nikolas's father says that he will return soon, and then he himself leaves with the villagers, leaving his sister at home to take care of Nikolas. The attitude of Nikolas's father's sister towards Nikolas is not good at all. She throws him out of the house. Nikolas has to sleep with his mouse friend in a tent outside the house. Many days pass, but Nikolas's father does not return. One day Nikolas's father's sister calls Nikolas at home and says that I have made soup for you, which Nikolas finds very tasty, but later her father's sister tells that, I made this soup with your vegetable doll. Nikolas is very sad to hear that. He gets very angry, because that vegetable doll was given his mother. That's why he starts saying opposite to his father's sister. Now Nikolas sees that the hat his mom gave him is burning. He comes out of there with that hat, and after burning the hat he sees some marks behind it, and when he looks at it completely, he realizes that it is a map, and the map is just like that, the way his father told him the story of the elf. He understands that if he wants to reach the elf village, he must follow this map, and now Nikolas follows the map and reaches a village, where he meets the old woman. She tells him to go back. Elf has no villages, but Nikolas does not listen to her, and continues on his journey, takes shelter in a cave for one night, and after reaching that cave, he says that if there is really magic somewhere in this world, then my friend this mouse should start speaking like humans, and the next moment his rat companion starts speaking like humans, due to which Nikolas is now fully convinced that there is an elf village and magic is found in this world. And the next morning Nikolas sets off on his journey once again with his rat companions, and then a reindeer attacks him. To escape from him, Nikolas climbs the tree. From above he sees that the reindeer has been hit by an arrow, because of which he is completely disoriented. He gets down and pacifies him, and removes his arrow, after which the reindeer also becomes his friend, and now the reindeer also joins Nikolas on his journey, with the help of which Nikolas starts to cover his journey even faster now, and soon they reach the hills, where Nikolas sees 2 hills that look like monsters, as his father told in the story that there are 2 sleeping monsters, behind which is the village of Elf. Nikolas realizes that the elf live behind these hills, and when he reaches the other side of the hills, there is nothing but snow and icy winds. Nikolas has been making this journey for several days. That's why he is very tired. He faints there. Just then a little girl comes there with her grandfather. Actually it's elves. The girl tells her grandfather that we should help him. Her grandfather doesn't want to help him because Nikolas is a human, but the girl says that we should help him, otherwise he will die. And after that, the grandfather of the girl does a magic of faith on Nikolas. After doing the magic, he comes to his senses, and now that Nikolas has been cast a spell of belief, everything he believes in will begin to appear to him. Nikolas explains that I have come here to find my father, but there is no elves village here. The grandfather of the girl says that if you believe, you will see the elves village, after which Nikolas believes, and he sees the village of elves in front of him, and after comes inside the village of elf, he sees that there is a celebration going on where there are all kinds of food and drinks. Actually it is Christmas, and here both Nikolas and his mouse are having a lot of fun, but then here comes the elf's queen. who is very angry seeing the celebration because she forbade everyone to celebrate Christmas, because when the humans came here, they captured one of the elves' children and took them with them, and now she gets even more angry when she sees Nikolas. Nikolas says, I have come here to find my father. If humans have kidnapped a child from here, I promise to bring that child back. But the queen does not listen to him and imprisons him in a tower, where Nikolas meets a girl who is a flying small fairy, and she has special powers. She can burst crackers, and now Nikolas tells him that I want you to free me from here. I have come here to find my father. Now before she can say anything, a monster wakes up that is already here and grabs Nikolas. He understands that it is a human, that is why he wants to eat Nikolas. But before the monster does, Fairy blasts a cracker in its mouth, causing an explosion. The roof of that tower explodes. Due to the explosion, the fairy leaves from here with Nikolas, although the guards also see them. But then his reindeer comes in front of Nikolas, and Nikolas and Fairy sit on it and start leaving from here. But now the door which is there is going to be closed. That's why the fairy who stopped to close the door. Nikolas leaves the place, but Fairy remains there. Nikolas now has only one motive: to bring back the elf child that humans have taken with them. After much searching, Nikolas finds a golden rope, which he follows to a cage, inside which is a child, the same elf child that the humans stole from the elves' village. Before he takes the child out of the cage, there are many humans. Nikolas sees that his father is also with them. He becomes very happy to see his father and says that we have to send this elf child back to the elves' village. Nikolas' father says we can't do that, we want to take it to the king. He may be happy to see it. There was hope in his life. In return, the king would give them a lot of money. Nikolas tries to explain but he doesn't listen. Nikolas' father ties him up, and when it is night, Nikolas' father comes to Nikolas and sets him free. Also, the elf child who was stolen from elves' village, who is also an elves. Nikolas' father tells Nikolas that I could not help you in front of everyone. That's why I waited for nightfall, because everyone is asleep now. Nikolas' father sits down with Nikolas and the child over a sleigh, which the reindeer starts pulling. But now everyone wakes up because of the sound, who starts following them. The reindeer would not have been able to pull the sleigh fast enough because of its heavy weight, and only then Nikolas remembers that he has been cast a spell of faith, and he puts his hand over the reindeer with his faith and tells it to fly. That is, he believes that the reindeer can fly, and the next moment the reindeer starts flying in the air, but the sleigh that are tied behind it are not able to fly in the air because it still has more weight. Seeing this, Nikolas' father cuts the rope of sleigh, causing him to fall into a ditch and die. Nikolas cries out in pain, but Nikolas now takes the child to the elves' village. Everyone is overjoyed because Nikolas has kept his promise. The father of that child gives Nikolas lots of nice toys which Nikolas likes to see. He decides that he too will give toys to all the children, so that they too can find happiness. He tells everyone that I want lots of toys and chocolates, after which everyone starts making toys and chocolates here, and gives them to Nikolas in a huge bag. And before Nikolas leaves from here, the queen comes here, and hangs Nikolas upside down, because she doesn't like humans at all. That's why she doesn't want Nikolas to go back from here. Now when Nikolas is hanging upside down here, then Queen sees a locket around his neck, seeing which he gets shocked and emotional, and asks, where did you get this locket from? Nikolas tells that it belongs to my mum. She tells that many years back your mum used to come here, she and I became very good friends, and she took a lot of toys and chocolates from here, and promised that she would come to see me again and again, but she never came back. That's why I don't believe in humans. Nikolas says that she would definitely come back, but she is not alive. She died due to an illness. Queen feels very sad after hearing this. She understands why Nikolas' mom didn't come back. At the same time, the faith he had lost on humans is also back now. That's why she leaves Nikolas with a bag full of toys, and Nikolas flies straight to the king's palace on his reindeer, shows the toys to the king and says that we have to distribute them to the children. The king sits with his on his reindeer and places toys near the sleeping children, so that they will be happy when they wake up the next morning. The king tells Nikolas that every year on Christmas Day we will distribute toys in this way, so that we can spread happiness, and now even the king has got the purpose of living in life. That's why he also becomes happy. Nikolas then goes to his father's sister, who doesn't believe in magic at all, and gives her the chocolate as well, and rides off with the king on a reindeer in front of her. Nikolas's father's sister is completely shocked to see this, but now she too has believed in magic. The story comes back to the present where Aunt Truth is narrating this story to the three children. After listening to this story, the three children understand that Nikolas was none other than Santa Claus, who still distributes gifts to children on Christmas Day. The same time, listening to the story, children also understand that Nikolas accepted his truth in his life as well as believed in himself. Because of this he was able to do such great things. Children also accept the death of their mother. The father of these children has also returned home, and he is shocked to see that the house is fully decorated with Christmas preparations. Aunt Truth starts leaving from here, and when she is putting cap on her, the kids notice that she has big ears. the way it was told in the story that elves have big ears. Children understand that Aunt Truth is also an elf. After going out of the house, Aunt Truth blasts a lot of crackers in the sky, from which we understand that Aunt Truth elf is the same small fairy who helped Nikolas escape from his place in the elves' village as a child. From this whole story we understand that a person should believe in himself, the way Nikolas believed in himself. One should always do good deeds, the way Nikolas has done only good things in his life. Also we should help others, spread the love, the way Nikolas did it, because when we spread love to others, give goodness to others, the same things come back in our lives too. And with this story ends here. Hope you have liked this story.